Dear brothers, I am Adama. Today I will comment on chapter 13 of book 3 of Telos. The focus of this chapter is the ray of illumination. What could that ray be? As the name itself says, it is the ray that brings wisdom, consciousness, truth, everything that is within each one of you, but that due to separation from the source you ended up forgetting and were induced to forget. Many people don't understand the concept of radius very well. Each ray has a characteristic, has a function. And when souls are created, they are created in the radius chosen by the master of that soul. So it is as if each master ordered the souls that will be under his custody, under his guidance. So the master is of the soul, not of the fractal. Many of you mistakenly believe that in each incarnation you are on a different radius. This has no logic. The master is master of the soul. So at any time that any fractal incarnates, the master will be the same and will not change. Each soul has a function, or it comes only to popularize, to increase a civilization, but even these have their wisdom, even these come prepared precisely for the organization, the maintenance of the balance of an entire civilization, an entire group, an entire city. No soul is created without purpose. They all have purpose. And each soul follows, in principle, the functions of its own ray. However, over time, souls can experience moments in other rays. But the main thing doesn't change, it will always be that one. So when a soul has more than one master, it starts to walk on each ray of each master, thus fulfilling missions and determining actions on each ray. But the original master doesn't change, he will always be the one. So let's stop with foolish and childish beliefs that every time you are born on a different radius. This is all placed, applied, expanded, to confuse the minds of each one of you. There is only one master of your soul. However, as I said, in certain situations you can work with other teachers, as this is necessary at that time. That's why you can, at a certain point in history, have more than one master. Now, do I need to be worried about this? Is it necessary to keep looking at what characteristics I have from this ray or that one? I would say that this concern should not be yours, but rather the teachers themselves. If they are with you, you have a mission towards them and you must fulfill each one of them. You are not the one who will define what will be and what will not be. Your choices are yours, but the missions are determined by your masters. Of course, you have the will and can even take on missions created by you. If the masters agree that it will be good for you and for the whole, your mission will be coupled with all others. But if the masters realize that it will not be good, neither for you nor for the whole, some things will prevent you from fulfilling the mission, and that's where many of you spend an eternity insisting on something that won't benefit you. Some of you spend a lifetime searching for something that has nothing to do with your soul, wasting an immense amount of time for evolution. But why does this happen? For pride. For that pride of, no, I can do it. I need to show that I can do it. Everything along the way shows that you are not supposed to follow that path, but out of pride, because you want to be superior, because you want to show that you are capable, you insist on that path. You are the ones who make the choices. And in this case you only harm yourself, because you don't listen to your heart, you only listen to your mind. The ray of illumination, as the name suggests, illuminates your thoughts, your ideas, brings wisdom. I would say that each of you should connect with a ray of this from time to time. No, it's not to do daily, it's 0 learn and understand, all of this is very powerful. As I have said here and Sananda has repeated so many times, listen to your heart. Ask your heart, is it time for me to connect to this ray? Is it time to use the wisdom of this ray? Now listen to your heart, not your mind. Because the mind will always say, of course, you are always ready, you are strong, you are capable, you can. And you fill yourself with energies that then clutter your path and your mind. Learn to balance your energy. Learn to listen to your heart. He knows the right time for everything. I would say that the question should never be yes or no, should I do this or not? Play for the universe. The heart will find a way to give you an answer. You just need to be attentive. You always limit yourselves to yes or no, which is very complex, because the mind loves to deceive you. So you ask your heart, should I do it or not? And quickly comes a yes, quickly comes a no. And who responds? It's not the heart, it's the mind. What will the heart do? It will show you certain points that you haven't seen yet to support you in your decision. This is what the heart does, so that you have no doubt tomorrow. Wow! I said no yesterday, but something tells me I should do it. You still have doubts. Then the heart will show you all the contrary points if the answer should be no, or all the positive points if the answer should be yes. And you will be able to understand and make the right decision within your mind. That's how things work. Not with a simple no, a simple yes. Quick answers yes or no, it's not the heart, it's the mind. Unless you are connected with the higher self. He can say yes or no, right away. But if it is just a conversation from the heart, the request should always be, taught, what should I do about this? Ready. Wait for the answers because your heart will show you and you will make an irreversible decision, without regrets and without doubts. There's no point in wanting to do everything at the same time. You have a lot of tasks to do. What happens? Some task is forgotten. Because you weren't present in it. You have opened several doors and you enter one, another, and then forget which door you entered. And something will always be missing. Learn to open one door at a time. Open and close. Another task, open the door, he finished. Close. Another task, open the door, close it. By doing this you will find that you will stop forgetting things. Your minds are very fast, because you have learned to do everything to save time. And for what? To be anxious, to be sick? Because everything has a limit, and you far exceed this limit. Learn to do one task at a time. But it will take a while. It doesn't matter. If you do the current task at the moment, it will be perfect and you won't have any problems. If you do it quickly, several times at the same time, the result is never perfect, something will always be missing. So start a task and finish it. Do not leave it for later. End it as it is happening. Learn this way of living and I guarantee you that in the end, you will find time to do something you hadn't anticipated. It's because? Why don't you waste that time? What was I doing again? Look at how many seconds you've been thinking about what you were doing and don't remember. And you'll probably forget, you won't remember, and that's a waste of time. Because that task stayed there, open and you didn't close it. So my brothers, enlighten your minds. Use the ray of illumination, do meditation. But always remember, it's not every day, it's not lightning every day. What was taught in the previous chapter? Yes, that is just a daily connection with each of the rays. Now meditations are not meant to be daily. Give it some time. Let the heart ask. Today I feel like doing it. Do. But there is no commitment. There is no constancy. A meditation is a moment of total surrender and receipt of energy. Don't use it as anything, just to make you sleepy. Then I would tell you that you are not achieving anything, neither sleep nor the reason for meditation. Learn to always be calm, slowly. By living in the present moment, being in the present moment, you will go much further, because your minds calm down, the journey becomes safer with fewer problems. Start doing this exercise. Open and finish a task. Don't take 2, 3, 4, 5 at the same time. Realize the following: the energy that is coming is messing with you, a lot. I could say that there is an internal hurricane inside everyone. This adds several tasks at the same time. What happens? Their minds can't take it. You start to fail, you start to forget, you start to get totally out of control. Learn to calm down. Stop. When you're too confused, stop for a second. Take a deep breath. Visualize that as you breathe in you are pulling in light, and see this light sweeping through your brain, every corner. And when you release, see everything coming out through exhalation. Repeat this breathing 5 times. And I guarantee you, everything will calm down, the brain will calm down. And then you can start a new task or continue the task you were doing. But choose just one, always one, not several. One task at a time. There is a time to read, there is a time to listen, there is a time to talk, there is a time to do business, there is a time to work. But there is a time to rest, there is a time to say beautiful things, there is a time to think about beautiful things. And above all, there is the time to dream, dream of everything that is beautiful, dream of what you want. Let yourself be carried away by your dreams. Dreaming is not prohibited. Dreaming has no limit. And I guarantee that in one of these dreams you may be in for a surprise, because you may be dreaming exactly what your soul path is. And up front, much to your surprise, you have your dream come true.